you like guns? Well, I hope so. Welcome to the wonderful world of firearms and firepower. First is the AR-15 or M16. It's called a Valmet. It fires the same round as the AK-47. It is the finest battle rifle in the world, in my opinion. Here it is. No, I'm just kidding.
I was kidding, folks.
Looks like fun, doesn't it? Ah. It's also a lot of fun. Full auto, too. Well, hello there. I'm just an ordinary businessman on his way to work with his little briefcase. You go on about your business, you see? This is post-ammo letdown.
What is up, everybody? Man, oh man. It's been one of those weeks. It's gonna be one of those years, too. Man. Those freaking Lethal Weapons ads get better and better. They just age so well. Man, I'm looking at the comments now. Almost 100 of you guys watching on a Saturday night. I know we're not going to have that many of you tuning in tonight. Most people are out doing normal human things on Saturday instead of watching this lame-o on YouTube. But I definitely appreciate those of you that are here. What is going on, everybody? Very cool to see everybody. Let me change the music up a little bit, because we got some serious business to get down to. That's the baby making stuff right there. Just ask Richella Bella 107 on Instagram. All right. Brass tacks. I'm going to answer as many questions as I can tonight and give you guys in the comments a lot of love. Here's the situation and the whole reason we're even going live tonight. It's just going to be me tonight. No Tony, no guests, just me. So you have my full attention. But here's what's going on. So it's no freaking secret that there's a bunch of craziness going on YouTube. I haven't posted anything in 2 weeks because I've been in YouTube timeout. And I was in YouTube timeout shortly before that because I received a warning, strike 1 and strike 2, all within like 3 weeks. And you get timeout sessions for every time. So I had like a month where I couldn't do anything on YouTube and I couldn't give updates. I filmed an update video 2 or 3 times, but every time I would go to upload the video, I would get a new strike, and it was just a whole freaking thing. So much has happened. Been to SHOT Show, Lethal Weapons has had a lot of progress, and the whole YouTube thing, the brace thing, so much has freaking happened this year. It has not been a good year for the gun culture at all. Worst start of the year that we've had in a very long time. Makes my head hurt. So anyway, before we get into the nitty-gritty, where's everyone from tonight? What are you doing? What are you drinking? As soon as Rachel becomes available, I know she's watching this right now, she'll be bringing me a whiskey and Coke on the rocks. Can't wait for that. And then we're going to do a little karaoke tonight after the live session is over. Illinois, where's everyone else from? I know we had a guy from, Nebraska. We had a guy from Alaska earlier. Super cool. What's up, Babushka Kid? Here, let me go ahead and do this. Roll call. Where's everyone calling in from? Tennessee, Mississippi, Virginia. Indiana. Drinking $3 vodka, currently driving. Okay. Let me just, let's get that one off the screen really quick. North Dakota. Montgomery, Texas. Hell yeah. I know right where that's at. California, Ohio, Fort Worth. I grew up in Fort Worth, Texas. James. Very cool. Alabama, Kentucky. What's up, Hillbilly? Nitro, USA. I believe we've met in person. Very cool. So yeah, man, let me just get into it. I'm going to share a screen and kind of show you how this whole thing works. And we'll get into what everyone's been asking me. Where do the videos go from now? Do I move to another channel? We'll get into that. But a timeline of what has happened. So it was probably about a month ago I received my first warning, and I'll show you that now. Let me go ahead and get that pulled up here on the screen. I'm going to share that with you. And let me know if my volume's good, if it's blowing your eardrums out. If there's a crazy echo, please let me know and I'll get it fixed quickly. But here's what we're looking at. So when you have a YouTube channel, you have something called YouTube Studio. Studio allows you to edit videos, edit descriptions, add your hashtags. You know, if you're monetized, that's where you modify your monetization. That's where you get updates, everything. Audio's good, cool. That's what YouTube Studio is for. It lets you have full control on the back end of your channel. All the data, the statistics, you know, how long people are watching your videos, where people are watching your videos from. Like, there's a lot of data in this screen. So here's what you get when you done goofed as far as YouTube's concerned. So as of like January 1st this year, YouTube has like a new director that's handling their community guidelines. And the guy is making it a point to be a total prick to gun content. And that's like the word around the campfire anyway. So here is where it all started. Let's see, December. No, hold on, that's wrong. Here we go. September, there we go. September of 2022, I got my first warning. So basically you get a warning, strike 1, strike 2, strike 3, channel's gone. I got a warning on a video called "The KNS AK Piston Continues to Amaze Me." In that video, and the video was pretty old. I want to say it was 2 to 3 years old. In that video, I am basically showing you like, hey, this is what happens when you install a KNS piston. I don't actually show anyone how to do it, but it's in the gun and I show you, you know, you could tune it up, tune it down based on the ammo that you're using. You could slow down the bolt carrier, blah, blah, blah. And I believe I shoot the gun unsuppressed and suppressed, so I'm pretty sure the can went on the end of the gun and I took the can back off. Don't remember, haven't watched the video in like 3 years, right? So we get a warning. Because we are showing people how to modify said firearm. Granted, that video was okay for 3 years up until that point. So I really don't think much about it. I think, oh, every gun channel gets a warning. You know, this is in September. This is before shit got crazy on YouTube this January. So that happens, and you only get one warning. The warning never really goes away. The warning happens once, and then everything after that is a strike. So then we fast forward to the very end of December, December 30th. This is like right when shit hits the fan on YouTube. We get strike number 1. The video was, it was called "The Best 9mm Suppressor for the Money?" ? Resilient RS9. So it was just it was a suppressor review. In that video, I go righty-tighty on the end of the barrel and I put the can on. That got me my first strike. Granted, that video was 3 months old at that point and fully monetized, and it even had a human review it. With gun videos and monetization, you can't just click a button and say monetize. Like, if you even utter the word gun in a YouTube video, the algorithm will pick up on that, and it has to have a manual human review, or so they say. Who knows? It's probably outsourced to India. You have no idea who's watching your video. You got to figure there's millions of videos needing human reviews, so it's outsourced 100%. Anyway, and it was given the green light. It was monetized, stayed up for like 3 months, and then bam, strike number 1 at the end of December. This is after the new director's already taken over. At this point, I'm kind of worried. I remember I'm in a hotel room at the time, and I call Rachel and Tony, and I'm like, oh, and what was so crazy about it, that was the week that we were selling Lethal Weapons tickets, and it was literally the day that we had a live stream booked. You guys might remember that. We had a whole live stream set up to like launch ticket sales and kind of like interact with people all night. We were staying up late past midnight to watch the ticket launch with all of you. We were staying up late. And I remember it caused so many problems because I'd worked so hard building that live stream, and then I get a strike that day and you're locked out of your YouTube account for a week with number one. So we're scrambling, which is why we had to go live on the Big Tex Ordnance YouTube channel that night because I couldn't access anything. So I take some time, I ask around, and we kind of figure out, okay, it's because they got a hard on for putting suppressors on a gun on camera. All right, cool. I go through my channel, I kind of self-audit like a lot of people are doing. And any video that I found where that was happening in there, I made it private just to play it safe while we figured out. Because there was like no email from YouTube. They didn't change any rules. The rules have not changed in, what, a couple of years at this point? So there was like no warning. It just started happening. And it wasn't just me. It was happening to a lot of people. Like literally at the end of December, early January, that's when everyone was getting nicked. So we scramble through that process. It's a total nightmare. Having to use someone else's YouTube channel to go live, to do ticket sales, something you work so hard for. And because YouTube decides to do that, it caused so much stress. Anyway, the week goes by. We come off of our timeout session. And you can see right here, January 12th, not even a week and a half after we just got out of YouTube timeout, strike number 2. And at this point, I go into full panic mode because YouTube tells you right away, strike if this happens again, within 90 days from strike 2, your whole channel gets deleted. Nothing you can do about it. No appeal process. Nothing. I mean, you can't even watch YouTube anymore. You have to go make a brand new account on a new Gmail. Everything. It totally wipes the slate clean, right? That's the deal. So the second video to get a strike was called the Alpha 556AK Unveiled Zenitco Parts Installation. That was the title. I don't install anything in the video. In the video, there's literally 2 seconds of the Zenitco handguard already installed, and to get a little bit of B-roll, I film myself kind of bumping it with a hammer. Like, almost as a joke in the video, because everyone knows you gotta hammer the piss out of Zenitco furniture. It was already on the gun. I didn't do any installation, but because it had that word in the title, and the hammer touched the thing going into the thing, I'm modifying a gun on camera. So at that point, full panic mode again. And this is going into SHOT Show. So now we're going to SHOT Show. Can't post anything. Can't do anything on YouTube for SHOT Show. That's why you haven't seen any coverage. Like, we went to SHOT Show while I was in YouTube timeout, and I had zero motivation to even film anything because I couldn't upload it. By the time I did get around to uploading it, it would be weeks after SHOT Show, and I just didn't feel like doing that. So that's the background. That's why I've been absent for like a month, if anyone cares. Not that you should. I'm just saying, if you were curious, that's why. So as this has happened, it's common knowledge, guys like Garand Thumb, Forgotten Weapons, Kit Badger, Silencer Co., all these people are getting strikes. Kit Badger straight up loses his YouTube channel quickly. I know Rob Ski, I believe, has a strike or two. Silencer Co. totally loses their YouTube channel. Dead Air Silencers is probably about to lose their YouTube channel. And that's just the way it is right now. So I'm going to answer a couple of questions, and then I want to show you how absolutely insane the community guidelines are. I'm going to read it out to you here in a second, just so you guys know. But that's the dealio. That's what happened to me anyway. That's what's kind of happening to everyone. All right, I'm going to look at some comments here. I'm sorry, I just had to break that down. Yeah, Rachel, that's your cue. And not rum, please. I actually have some Irish whiskey that I would prefer to have mixed with just a dash of Coca-Cola on the rocks in a short glass, please, if you wouldn't mind. Okay, love you. That would be nice. Let's see. Let me scroll back a little bit. I know I missed a ton of comments, and I do apologize. I agree, Philip. I agree. All right. Oh man, there's always a couple. YouTube hasn't nuked my channel or even struck it yet, despite me not giving a shit about their rules, probably because I only have like 20 subs. So about that, it doesn't matter if you have 1 subscriber, it doesn't matter if you have several million, and it doesn't matter if you haven't made a video in 10 years. There's a ton of channels out there that made content 10 years ago and they didn't really stick with it. All of those people are getting strikes. There's no grandfather clause to how old a video can be. If it violates the terms, they are retroactively getting all of that off of YouTube. Which is a shame, man, because back in the day, I remember when YouTube was really cool before Google bought it. If you guys remember the old layout, how it looked way different. It wasn't as user-friendly as it is now, but it was still pretty awesome. And anything you wanted on there, except for like nudity and gore, and you know the stuff that obviously shouldn't be on it, if we're honest, it was all there, and it was all legal. Everything was legal, and you could look at it. The guys that originally started YouTube, I guess, treated you like an adult, and they didn't act like they knew what was best for you better than you do. And they let you see whatever you wanted to see as long as it was legal. And that's just how it used to be. So, you know, as someone who's into guns, years ago, what, you know, if I bought something new or whatever I didn't know anything about, what did you do? You went to YouTube, and some guy was on a workbench, and he would show you how to get through whatever it is you were struggling with. Couldn't get the pin in the thing. What thread pitch is this? What is this? What is that? It was easy to go to YouTube, and someone had done that work for you, and they shared that knowledge. Those days are 100% over on YouTube. I mean, the only type of gun content that's going to survive is, I mean, like sitting in a chair, pointing at a gun and talking about it. Historical channels, I can definitely see surviving. It's and short of that, I don't know. Other than like purely sitting down and like being educational with it, which to some people is exactly what they want to see, but to others, it's kind of a bore fest. Some of us want to shoot our guns and we want to learn how to shoot them better. And you learn from watching someone that's better than you. You learn from taking classes from someone that knows more than you do. If you can't afford the class, watch a YouTube video on it. It'll at least get you in the door of kind of figuring out the hobby with what you're trying to do with it. So that's kind of the way it is right now. All right, let me scroll back down. Dude, like all my first AR builds, I literally built with YouTube playing as I built it. Sad to see this shit, man. Yeah, I put one together on a coffee table once in my apartment with a lower parts thing. I mean, dude, I'm like, it sounds terrible. I'm even afraid to say kit on camera because they literally have algorithms that listen for that stuff. They listen for kit, they listen for conversion, they listen for all these little catchwords, and the algorithm picks up and your video starts to be reviewed. And that's how they catch you. That's how they figure that you're violating the terms. It's like it's almost like Big Brother's watching and listening to everything you say now. Not that they always haven't been, but it's like more so now. It's like you're almost afraid to say a certain word because you know it's going to get someone watching your channel, and odds are it's some outsourced person that doesn't know anything about guns or American gun laws, and they think it violates the terms. They don't know any better, so they click the yes button and you go bye-bye. Do you think this will all but end the current gun culture as it is right now? It's definitely not going to help. Waitress?
Where's your cup?
I don't have a cup.
So you didn't have one yet?
I didn't have one yet.
Okay. So
Waitress, could I have one whiskey and Coke, short glass on the rocks, please?
I'm not your waitress.
Do you have Irish whiskey?
Yeah.
Cool, I'll have that.
Okay. Is there Coke in that?
There's a little bit.
Alright. Where do you want to stay in here? Alright, stay in here for now.
Man, that's why you should get married. That right there. In a dirty glass. Oh, sorry. And do I think that it's going to end gun culture? No, I don't think so. You know, something Tony and I always say, you can take all the gun content off of YouTube. Take every bit of it off. It doesn't matter. Like, if people want to see that stuff bad enough, they're going to go somewhere that has it. The thing that YouTube does is it has such a broad audience. You get a bunch of people that maybe didn't even know that they liked guns that stumble across your channel because they're on YouTube because they watch car stuff, or maybe they're on YouTube because they like to build models, or they're into planes or whatever. And then one day they're going through a YouTube rabbit hole and they stumble across an AK video and they're like, "Dang, that looks pretty cool. Like I didn't really know about that." They watch a few more videos. Maybe they go out and buy one because of what they saw on YouTube. That happens a lot. With all these other channels that are like laser focused on just like right-wing content or whatever, or content that's not suitable for YouTube, that's all there is there. And you oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Can I do the sip test?
Yes. Now call me out if you don't like it.
Whew, that's perfect. Thank you.
Oh, that's perfect. Come on,
The ratio though, it's perfect. So when you look at those other channels that are laser focused on that stuff, that's it. You lose all the possibility of random people stumbling across those videos and being awoken to the wonderful world of firearms, like the video that you just watched earlier. That's the sad part. It's like we're all going to go in a box. And we know that we all get along. We're all like-minded. That's why we all go to Rumble or whatever. Like, we're all here because we're fed up with YouTube. But then it's like just us over there. And it becomes an echo chamber of just hearing the same stuff all the time. Which, you know, eventually is what YouTube will be, but the complete opposite. But that's what it is. And the views will be very small. It's just the way it is, man. And that's what's kind of sad about it. You lose the possibility of finding new people that didn't even know that they would be into that kind of stuff. That would all totally go away if all gun content leaves YouTube. It would go away for a while anyway, until these other alternatives get bigger, more interactive, become easier to use, more well-known. But it's going to take a long time. But thank you for that question. It's a great question. Guns are more than a hobby. They define me to an extent. Yes, so about that, that's a good point. Guns don't define all of us that are really heavy into guns. I mean, we're really into them. Yes, I mean, look around you. I'm really into guns. Does it totally define me? Not totally. There's a whole lot of other things I like to do besides gun stuff, which is why YouTube has become so successful over the years. If you really think about it, if you go to Rumble, what are you going to see? You're going to see Alex Jones. You're going to see gun content. You're going to see political stuff that YouTube's not okay with. If I go to Rumble and I get tired of watching gun videos, what if I search, I want to watch a dude build a Fox Body Mustang? Nothing. Hey, maybe I want to watch, I don't know, maybe I want to watch a DIY on building a model or something. It's not on there. It doesn't have to be. It's gonna be on YouTube. That's what makes YouTube successful. You can get on this one platform when you get totally just bored of watching all the gun stuff that we all just totally eat up all the time. We go down all these different rabbit holes that we, you know, the same way people stumble across the gun content that we like. We as gun people find other stuff that other people are into, and we watch it, and we get into it for a little while, and then we come back to the guns. YouTube puts all that in one place, which is why none of these other platforms can even compete. Not right now. And that's why when we move all this stuff over to another platform, it's cool because the videos can survive, but then you kind of lose that motivation to keep making them, because you'll tune in after a week and you'll see like 20 people watched your video, that you spent $1,000 putting together with all the ammo and the travel and everything, and it's just, then you start to ask yourself, damn man, what am I doing? Like, you start to ask yourself, is it really worth the time and money? Because these freaking gun videos, they're so expensive to make, and they're so hard to be like allowed to be shown on the internet. And I'll show you what I mean. I'll show you my Rumble account. I have one. People kept begging me to open one. I opened it. Rumble's okay. It's got some major flaws, one of which I discovered today, which was dumb, and I'll talk about it, but I'll show you what I mean. But let me ask you a few more questions for you here. I know they're just rolling in. Over 215 of you watching. This is obviously a hot button topic, and I am very sad with some of the guys that completely lost their channels. Number one being Kit Badger. I loved that dude's channel. I actually met him in October at Red October, and told him, dude, I love your channel. He filmed Rachel shoot some machine guns, and super awesome dude. Like, he's one of those real ones. He's like one of the been there, done that guys that just decided to make a YouTube channel and absolutely speaks the truth. Dude, like, cannot be bought. He's just totally real in his videos. And that's the guy that loses his channel already. Such a bummer, man. And remember, I said that because we're going to look at his Rumble account, and I'll show you. Even a guy that had a huge YouTube channel like that with a really strong following could move to Rumble, and like nobody's going over there and watching his videos. And that makes me sad. So we'll get into that. Oh, that's a good question. What do you think about the rap videos with guns and drugs? This is like the number one example I tell people all the time. It's the biggest, it's like the biggest two-faced bullshit that YouTube has no answer for. You're telling me my kid, or anyone's kid, some child below 18, some little kid that's like 11 years old, doesn't matter, can log on to a YouTube account with a non-age restricted account and watch videos like WAP, totally uncensored, and they can't watch a dude shoot a dirt pile with an AK with a suppressor hanging off the end of it? That's the double standard. That's absolutely crazy to me. I got nothing against rap music. I like rap music. I do. I mean, let's be honest. Some of the subject matter, a little racy for, I guess, a kid that could find that video. When instead you can't have a kid watch some big boomer like Hickok 45 that used to be a school teacher. YouTube would rather you watch WAP than watch Hickok 45 go like, hey guys, I'm going to put this suppressor on this gun. We're going to go on a little woods walk. Nope. That's totally unsuitable. Keep watching WAP, you 11-year-old. Naughty, naughty. Don't be watching the suppressor video. Like, that's the crazy double standard. Totally insane. Do you recommend any good software for ripping, downloading YouTube videos? We got to start archiving this knowledge. Yes. I was talking to Giga from Polinar Tactical. He reached out when he saw I had 2 strikes, and he's like, hey, dude, when this happened to me, I panicked. I'm not even going to try to do his accent, but he's like, when it happened to me, I panicked, stayed up all night, and he sent me this 4K downloader software. Let me show that to you. Here, let me pull it up, and I'll show it to you. But any of you that have YouTube channels that you've done a poor job backing up your videos like this guy, this is a really good app that will do that for you. Let me pull it up here and I'll show you. Okay. All right. So this is it. It's literally called 4K Video Downloader. That's the icon. I know that's really hard to see. Giga shared a link with me to make sure it's totally safe. There's no viruses. But this is what it looks like. Basically, all you do, you copy the link. The video has to be public or unlisted. It doesn't work with private videos. copy the link, paste it in here, it downloads it in whatever, as close to original quality as possible. So you're not going to get 100% full quality out of the video, but it gets really, really close. It's the closest thing that I've ever found. But as you can see here, that's what we've been doing. Backing up as many. These are the videos you can't watch anymore. I've been saving them as much as I possibly can so that I can put them on Rumble or whatever the next move is. But I just wanted to make sure I have them. So that's what I use. If I can remember, I'll add it to, I've got a video going live tomorrow, kind of talking about what we're talking about now. I'll try to remember to put the link to this in the description in case any of you are worried. This works on other, like if you want to go save a video from a guy's channel that's 10 years old and he's not managing it anymore, this will work and you can save his videos and archive them. This is the same kind of thing people would use when like Dugan Ashley was like going away. People saved a lot of CarneyCon videos, and thank goodness they did. Otherwise, we would have lost them forever. This is the type of app someone would have used. So there's that. I think I'm going to start selling my video bootleg DVD style out of the back of a trunk at competitions. YouTube can't ban that. Yeah. This whole thing with, back in the day, it used to be Instagram. Instagram used to be the one deleting gun stuff left and right. Once TikTok came out, Instagram was like, you know what? We're going to start allowing a bunch of stuff because TikTok is controlling the internet right now and people are leaving Instagram. So we're going to backpedal and be a little easier on these gun guys. And then you start to see all the guns content come back to Instagram. But this whole thing, you know, is the reason why we started doing live events. Because Instagram started deleting a ton of gun channels. YouTube was still kind of the safe place at that point for gun stuff. But I remember back then, this is like 2019, when Instagram was really, really hard on gun stuff. Not that way anymore. I sat down with Tony and these other guys and I was like, okay, all I have is Instagram. I was teeny tiny on YouTube at the channel, and I'm like, if I get my Instagram deleted, all these things I want to do in the future, I won't have any eyeballs, so no one will know about it. Because I wanted to do events. I wanted people to get together and enjoy the hobby with like Kalash Bash and everything else without a platform, and nobody's gonna know about it. That's the honest thing. So with all of this going on, the one thing they can't ban is all of us getting together and enjoying this hobby together. That's why we started doing these events. You know, it's, no one can stop a bunch of dudes getting together out in the woods, making a campfire and like, you know, talking about life or whatever. No one can stop a group of people. Certainly not in Texas, maybe other places. You're not going to stop a group of people from going to Kalash Bash and shooting AKs for 2 days. That's not going to happen. You're not going to stop a bunch of people from going to shoot all their retro guns at Lethal Weapons. You can't ban that. That's going to be way more difficult. It's very easy to click a button and stop the videos from being viewed, but you can't stop these people from getting in their cars, driving, gathering, and enjoying the hobby. So it's funny, Kalash Bash was kind of born from us being scared of being booted off the internet because we do gun stuff. So we wanted some place to do it where there wouldn't be this big brother watching the whole time, and that's kind of, it helped that be born. The chair is against the wall. Ace Man, yo, just in case I don't get another chance to say it, thanks, bro. Your hard work and killer vids are much appreciated, for real. Man, I appreciate you saying that, because to me, my videos are not good. I don't think they're that great compared to these guys that work really hard on them. But YouTube has always been, and Instagram have always been, just an outlet for me to do fun stuff. Dude, I've been filming stuff since I was a little kid. When I was a little kid, Jackass was super popular. I literally remember, it's like 2001 or 2000, sitting in my room. I'm in 6th grade at the time. I remember sitting in my room and watching the very first Jackass video go live on MTV. And I remember I'm like, dude, all these dudes are like hanging out with their friends, doing dumb stuff, and they're filming it, and it looks like they're having so much fun. We all remember those days, right? What do we all do? I mean, me and all my little 12-year-old friends went out and filmed ourselves, like, you know, trying to, you know, like get hurt and make people laugh. Like, that's just what we wanted to do. We all wanted to be on Jackass when we were young. I know a lot of people did that. Yeah, and CKY, right? So, like, I was always totally cool, like, saying, hey, go stand over there. Like, let me film this. Go stand over there. Like, I was doing that as a really young kid. I just always thought that was such a fun thing to do. And we'd all watch it later. We'd all laugh. I'd make my mom watch it, and she would laugh just to make us feel better because it was not funny. It was super cringeworthy. But that's what we did. So, you know, you fast forward. My dad's always filmed everything. Our house burned down Christmas Eve, 1999. I would have been in 5th grade, maybe. Before that, Dad literally had every drag race he'd ever done filmed. We used to bow fish all the time. Every bow fishing trip was filmed. Every family vacation was filmed. Tons and tons of street racing. Back from the 80s, he had tapes of them street racing in the 80s. Hunting trips, deer leash trips. Then we all get into four-wheeling. All the four-wheeling, all the mudding trips, all that was all filmed. There was just always cameras around. Like, that's just always been in the family. And, you know, it didn't stop. Guns was just another hobby. Wanted to film it, film everything. And Rachel introduced me to Instagram and put all that stuff on there. And YouTube, I only made YouTube to back up competition videos back in like 2016. I shot my first match. I filmed it on a cell phone. And I'm like, man, where am I going to put this? I'm going to lose this video. I'll put it on YouTube. Then I don't have to worry about it. If I ever want to watch that match again, I'll have it on YouTube. I can go watch it. And then I started shooting matches all the time. And I would always kind of half-ass edit the video on like Windows Movie Maker on Windows XP. I'm still doing that in like 2016. And I'd put them on YouTube. And, I mean, dude, they might have got like 50 views. And it wasn't for the views. It was for me so I could watch it later. Because I knew I wasn't going to shoot matches the rest of my life. But I thought, man, wouldn't it be cool 20 years from now if I have kids or whatever? I'm like, hey, you know, I used to do that. And they, you know, your kids won't believe you. So I'd be like, no, hold on. Check it out. Like, there's your dad. I'm like, you know, in my prime shooting these old match videos. And eventually YouTube just sort of grew and grew and grew. And Instagram was right there with it, and the rest was history. That's all YouTube ever was for me. A place to document fun things I was doing that I know I would want to watch 20 years from now when I'm old and can't do them anymore. And then I sort of started taking a little pride in the videos, got better cameras, started editing, and that's just sort of what it turned into. So to hear that any of you even like that stuff is extremely humbling to me, because I was just making those videos for me early on. Just so I'd have something to watch later when I couldn't do it anymore. Here's a good one. Another blast from the past. East Texas Outlaw. So this gentleman and I met totally at random at a bar. I think we were in Beaumont, Texas. This was shortly after the big flood. I was in town for work with my day job. I want to say he lives out there. Anyway. And we had both kind of realized we like gun stuff. And so we like drank and talked or whatever. And then he's like, I got a YouTube channel too. I don't remember what year that was. But what was that, like 2017 maybe? I think that was like 2017. But I still watch his videos when he posts them. But it's just kind of funny how that works out. Just totally bumped into each other at a bar and we're just talking. And it's really cool. We still communicate through YouTube. It sucks because if I had never discovered your channel on YouTube in 2019, I probably wouldn't have gotten as into firearms as I am. I might not even own any. This will definitely hurt to a reach. I mean, when you put it like that, yeah, probably definitely will. Probably will. And that's exactly what I mean about YouTube. You stumble across a channel in 2019, like, what were you watching before that? You know, if we're all on Rumble and it's just us, people that are into the stuff that's like not safe for YouTube, it's always just gonna be us. You're never gonna catch the random people that don't even know that they like this stuff until somebody shows them. Not everyone grows up around guns. You gotta know a guy. You meet someone later that takes you shooting for the first time. You find a YouTube video, whatever. Not everyone is raised around them. I was. I'm thankful for that, but not everyone is. My fiance was not. Had she have never met me, we were just talking about this over dinner yesterday. And Rachel knows I'm not lying. She said, if I never would have met you, I guarantee you I never would have been around guns. Might even not agree with them because people she knew at the time and the echo chamber around her would say guns are bad. She doesn't know any better. Most people don't. And it's very easy to say guns are bad because it's a very easy scapegoat. So had Rachel never have met me, she never would have been into guns. And she openly admits that. She's like, I was not on a path to ever be around gun people to even learn that they weren't a bad thing, that they were totally normal. If YouTube would just stop screwing around and like allow this legal stuff to be filmed and viewed, you would have that. You would have these people that weren't exposed to that kind of stuff. You would have people that aren't exposed to paintball, airsoft, gun stuff, knife stuff, collecting swords, collecting anything that's shorty and that's pointy and has stabby bits that YouTube doesn't like. All that stuff's legal. All that stuff's cool. All that stuff can be collected, used safely, but a lot of people don't know about it. They just don't. Cigars, for instance. YouTube is trying to shut down tobacco content hardcore right now. I didn't know that I was into cigars until a long time ago. I find this cigar YouTube channel and I can't stop watching. I'm just watching video after video and I'm watching these guys. You know, I figure out how to light them, how to cut them. You know, cigars from this country, cigars from that country, the ring gauge, the color of the wrapper, how strong are they? Like I never even like smoked one when I'm watching all these videos, but you know, I went to a cigar lounge because I was watching it on YouTube and was never exposed to it before, and I freaking love it now. And it's legal, and it's another one of those things that YouTube doesn't want people watching, and it's probably not going to last. Had it not been for YouTube, I never would have discovered the awesome world of cigar culture, and it's a big freaking world, just like firearms. So that's what you lose when YouTube starts to do this shit. I bought a friggin' lightsaber. YouTube can suck it. Yeah, I haven't seen anyone getting strikes for lightsaber content, even if they're on the dark side. Mr. Nitro, y'all stop giving me money. No more money. I don't want that at all. I don't freaking deserve it, man. But Mr. Nitro, thank you for that. I definitely appreciate it, but you guys do not need to do that. He says, enjoy your content. Fox bodies and AKs. Make them damp. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. I always walk into the bedroom and I'm like, does that make you moist? And she's like, gross, shut up. But it's the fox body. The fox body makes them moist for sure. James Yeager had a big impact on the culture with YouTube from 2008 until his death. It's true. Definitely going to be a blow to new products and firearms. But I grew up in the 80s. Magazines and gun shows was our YouTube. Yep. Yeah, and gun magazine culture is totally dead. It's dying. It's not totally dead, but it's dying. People don't read gun magazines anymore. People watch YouTube. It's just the way it is right now. Yeah, like this guy, K-Fez USMC. YouTube got him into homesteading. Still working on it. Yeah, I mean, that's the hardest part about leaving YouTube because it is a good product. Even though we don't agree with it right now, we all have to admit YouTube is a good product. It's easy to navigate. It's easy to upload videos. It's easy to add links and get the word out on something you're trying to get the word out on. It's very easy to interact with the comments. It's very easy to have analytics to figure out if your video was a big piece of shit or not. It's a great product for that. But YouTube is not in the business of being a video host server. Used to be a place where you could host a video for free and not have to pay a lot of money for host servers. YouTube is in the business of selling ad space. So the gun apocalypse that we're seeing right now on YouTube is because YouTube has to be globally appealing to all these companies that want to pay it for ad space, right? So what's YouTube going to do? If China or a bunch of these other countries want to pay it ungodly amounts of money to run ads, but they tell YouTube, I don't want my ad showing up on a gun video. I don't want my ad showing up on a video with an extended mag. I don't want my ad showing up on a tobacco video. I don't want my ad showing up on a video that has a knife in it. Okay, YouTube doesn't care. YouTube just wants the money. So all YouTube does is, well, we'll just change our community guidelines. That's easy. Like, whatever we have to do to make selling ads easier with less friction worldwide, let's do that. And that's the way it is now. Global company, they don't look at YouTube as being an American company and following like American laws. It's a global company, so they have to appeal globally. The whole world doesn't look at guns the way we do. And YouTube has chosen to adopt that mentality so that they can sell ads to anyone that they want and not get any friction about it. And that's why we find ourselves in the current situation. I think some people would disagree, and they're going to say this is literally just YouTube virtue signaling, being woke culture, whatever it is. And I'm sure that has something to do with it, yes. But it's mainly an ad thing. It's easier for YouTube to say yes to all these countries and take that money if they don't have all these videos that their ads could possibly pop up on that they're going to have to hear about later. That's what it is. Rumble for the freedom. All right, well, so I made a Rumble. I'll show it to you really quick. I wanted to show you guys that. I've only got a few videos on there right now. I want to show you what Rumble looks like. It's not that easy to navigate, even for me. Let me get this logo off the screen up here. Sorry, that third pin logo. There we go. So this is what it looks like, right? This is like what my channel looks like. It's the same name. If you want to go to Rumble and follow me, that's where you find it. But if you look at it, it's kind of set up like YouTube. Like over here, you have your followings, or that would be like your subscriptions. You got a home button, a feed button, the picks. I'm assuming that's like things that you might like. There's the Royal Rumble. I'm sure that's where most of you are right now, watching the Royal Rumble tonight. I almost watched that tonight, but this was more important. And then I've noticed Rumble is a ton of people going live all the time. Like the whole front page is just like channels going live. And if you see, this is what I mean. It's all a certain type of video. It's all very political. It's all stuff that would not really fly on YouTube, and there's nothing wrong with that. I share these beliefs, but it's not all I want to watch all the time, and that's why, like myself, I'm probably not going to camp out on Rumble much. I would go to watch guys like this. Here's Kit Badger. You need to go follow this guy. He totally got nuked off of YouTube. He got 3 strikes quickly, and they took down his channel. But here's the sad thing. This guy had over 100,000 followers on YouTube, right? Channel gets deleted. He has an Instagram. You should go follow him on Instagram too. That's where he kind of told everyone that he got nuked. And I'm like, damn. And I go to YouTube and damn, sure enough, it's gone. So, you come to Rumble and you can see here, he's been uploading videos. I'm sure just going back in time, uploading as much as he can. But as you can see, at one time, this guy was interacting with tens of thousands of people, and he's got videos on here that are total bangers, awesome videos. He's got like 11 people watching it, So that's why I say this transition is going to be so slow. So slow. But at least he's still here and you have a place to go experience his videos. Another channel that was recently nuked was Silencer Co. Dead Air is going to be right behind him. Unless they like make all their videos private and like ride out the storm. Silencer Co. lost their channel too. I was looking around on Rumble for a lot of channels that I like. They're not all on here. Like freaking Mishiko. Mishiko needs to get on here. Or something. But Mishiko is not here yet. You guys, next time you watch a Mishiko video, be like, hey, Misha, we're lonely over here on Rumble. I need a guy with dark sunglasses over here on Rumble. Stat. Who else is on here? 9-Hole Reviews is on here. And it's another thing. Another massive channel that just... Granted, I'm looking at dates here. 9-Hole has not been on Rumble very long. In fact, it looks like just a date, 24 hours ago, he's been uploading his videos. So, you know, it's going to take time. But, you know, here's what's crazy. I'll show you this. One of the gun channels I saw that's been on here the longest, I want to say, was the Military Arms channel. Yeah. Okay. 13,000 followers is about as big as I've seen as far as gun content on Rumble. Probably one of the biggest gun channels on YouTube. Even on Rumble, this dude's getting like 300 views. And there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. But that just goes to show you that all these YouTube alternatives are like so splintered because no one agrees on one. Some people say Utreon, go to Patreon, go to Odyssey, go to Rumble. No one's all going to one. So everyone's like scattered, right? And that's not great. It makes it really difficult to keep in touch with all these guys and all these videos that you want to see. So it just makes this whole situation even more difficult. Yeah, regardless of how you feel about Mac, I'm just saying, a channel that big can even move to Rumble 3 years ago and hasn't got much traction at all. Have you considered Twitter? You can now upload up to 60 minutes. You know, I've never thought about it. I probably should, but I haven't put much thought into putting a bunch of videos on Twitter. Maybe that's a good move. That's a good question. One of the OG gun tubers. Let's see. That dude's got to be getting crazy strikes right now. There's a bunch of channels that start with Coke Man. Don't know if any of these are him. I'll show you what I'm looking at here. Like, there's a bunch. So, don't know. Yeah, I know, and I want you guys to watch the Grand Thumb video really quick. I've got it pulled up here. And after you watch his video, I've got some news about something that's happening on Monday that hopefully will shed some light on the future of gun content on YouTube. Rachel's screaming that you guys can't hear it. Sorry about that. Sorry, let me click on this button.
No sound.
Sorry about that. See, I'm a freaking amateur. I deserve to get kicked off YouTube. All right, let's try this again. Let me know if you can hear it. Ba 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 ba. Yep. Didn't have system audio shared. So sorry about that. Let's try this again, boys and girls.
Hey guys, we are working with Google right now. A lot of
Should have
questions
audio.
about what should be done. Should we stop watching YouTube? Should we, do whatever? What's helping the most right now is support for our channel, for Brandon's, for Forgotten Weapons, for every gun channel on YouTube, to make sure that our voices are heard. We're going to continue to stay on YouTube because the number one goal of Grantham and for many other gun content creators out there has always been to make sure that we get the message out to the largest population that guns are normal, that firearms are a right, and that they're not a privilege. And so we're going to continue to put that content out on YouTube. Your continued support, your continued viewership, your comments are helping to make us a voice that is going to be harder to ignore for Google. Let's continue to work on that. If it gets worse, we will have other contingency options in place. But we would like to remain in the public spotlight so that we can continue to put out that good content, which is the reason that we remain on Google. Well, YouTube.
Boner alert. Am I right? Okay, so if they have figured out how to stay on YouTube long enough, I definitely agree. If there's a way to ride it out, you should absolutely try to keep your YouTube channel. But there should be backup plans. On that note, a couple days ago, I'm scrolling around and I see a Twitter post from Donut Operator. And this is the thing that's got me so worried. Like, I just know I'm going to lose my YouTube channel because, number one, we know that you can't, it doesn't even matter if it's a suppressor. Any part, even an optic, if you show yourself putting anything on or off a gun, you're modifying it, okay? Even an optic. So I've asked all the questions. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter. It can be a freaking sling mount. Like, it's you're modifying the gun, okay? So just hear me out here. It says in the rules, right here, it says in the rules, if you are posting content and you're doing any of this, right here, big no-no, and one thing that it mentions is this: high-capacity magazines or belts carrying more than 30 rounds. And then it says, like, a whole bunch of other stuff, like the homemade silencers, all that stuff. And then it says, you can't show how to put any of that stuff on or make any of that stuff. Okay. So back to the magazine thing. High-capacity magazines or belts carrying more than 30 rounds. Not 30 or more than 30. So here's where it gets tricky and very hard to navigate. Donut Operator makes a post and he says, you will absolutely get a strike if you show yourself inserting a magazine that has 30 rounds. And I'm like, that can't be right. Like, literally the rule says, you just read it. It says more than 30. Who's getting the information that says you can't even insert a mag that holds 30? That's every freaking video anyone's ever made, right? This is why you only see like 10 videos that are viewable on my channel, because that has me a little worried until I get it figured out and figure out if that's even a true statement. So I get fed up and I'm like, okay, who do I know? Who do I know that can answer this? So I text Brandon Herrera and I'm like, bro, if anyone's going to know, you would know. Your homeboy is saying 30 round mags going in a gun on camera is a big no-no, right? But the rule clearly says nothing more than 30. So who am I supposed to believe here? And Brandon says, well, you would be correct. If you interpret the rules literally, 30 round mags are okay. Going in, out, all around the gun, doesn't matter. So we talk about it back and forth a little bit, and he's like, listen, that seems to be the one thing not everyone agrees on, if it's okay or not, right? So apparently Brandon and Donut Operator, they both share the same YouTube rep. Like at a certain level on YouTube, you get a representative. I think if you get like 1 million subscribers or something. So Brandon and Donut have the same rep. And apparently there's like this webinar going on Monday. And I think this is what Grantham is hinting at, that they're like working with Google. Brandon's like, dude, I've got this thing on Monday. You can listen in. I'll send you the link if you want to listen in, but we're trying to get some of this stuff figured out. I'm like, thank freaking God, dude. Like, I'll do anything to get some answers. Like, if there's just a guy, is there a guy I can literally ask? Okay, can't put anything on the gun? Got it. What about this 30-round magazine bullshit? Like, really? You can't do that? Because that's not what the rules say. How does the rules say one thing and you're giving strikes for another? So anyway, Brandon's like, no one's heard of anyone getting a strike for a 30-round mag. Like, no one's heard of that yet. So he's not really sure where some of the other large YouTubers are getting that information from. So anyway, we're hoping Monday. I'm going to try to make the meeting. I have a day job, so it's going to be difficult. It's like smack dab in the middle of the day. I'm going to try to make it, but just know, guys like Brandon, Donut, all these dudes, they are setting up meetings with these friggin' Google people with questionnaires, like trying to figure out what is okay to put on YouTube where you won't freaking kick us in the nuts and pull our channels down. Like, just tell us what's allowed. Let us ask some questions. That's happening on Monday, so hopefully we get a few things figured out. I say I'm just going to be a fly on the wall in the meeting. I'm not there to ask any questions. I'm just hoping to get in on it where I can listen and take some notes. That's it. But that's what's happening soon. So until that point, this is why if you go to my channel, this is it, man. This is all I literally have 16 videos that you can see. That's it. And I've got all the live streams available. You can still watch all those. If you haven't seen the Misha live stream, it's my favorite one we've ever done. You should check that one out. But YouTube hasn't pulled all my videos down. I've done that because if I get another strike in 90 days, this all goes away. So I'm trying in the meantime. After 90 days goes by, they start to remove your strikes, and you're not as close to the edge of the mountain anymore or the edge of the cliff. Once they remove strikes, there's a little leeway before you just lose your channel. So I'm just trying to get to that point, which is why the channel is reduced to this bullshit. But maybe the conversation on Monday will go well, and I can start to go through and add the videos back where it's just 30-round mags. But I got a lot of videos where I'm doing things with suppressors that are not allowed anymore, and I'm using magazines beyond 30 for competitions and stuff because that's what you do, and that's not allowed anymore. So maybe I get some good news on Monday and I can bring back 50, 60 videos, something. Coleon has had 0 strikes. You know, I don't know, like it's hard to say that humongous channels, even the ones that have the blue check mark, you know that they have somebody they can reach out to and go, hey, what's this strike bullshit? Take that off my channel, bro. What are you doing? There's got to be people that are at a high enough level where they've just got a guy they can call that has access to that and can change that. But for little peons like me and most of us, there's no avenue at all. You're talking to some dude I'm just saying, it's all outsourced. You're talking to some dude in another country through like an instant messenger saying, can you please review my video or give me timestamps? And they just keep telling you, sir, just read the community guidelines. It's all there. I can't provide you with timestamps. I don't get paid to do that. That's not my job. That's it. That's as far as you get if you're just like a regular dude on YouTube getting in trouble. There's no recourse. Karaoke time. I know. Rachel said I could do this for an hour and a half, and then she's making me get off for karaoke. So we still got plenty of time, fellas. By the way, 260 of you watching. I think that's the most viewers we ever had. I greatly appreciate you guys. I know the channel's reduced to nothing right now, and to know that you guys care enough to even watch this and kind of try to figure this out with us is pretty touching. So I do appreciate that. Jonathan, dude, I watch his channel, man. I tune into his live streams sometimes. He's a spicy fella. But, yeah, I know I'm sure he catches strikes all the time. What will be my first song? I'm thinking Rick James, Super Freak. I haven't done that one in a minute, but I'm going to bring it back. That's the one I'm doing tonight. That's my warm-up. Freaking Svetlana's in the chat. Everyone look out. So, I want you guys to know that, I mean, dude, I have freaking guns here on loan that I've got to film. I have right here on the shelf on loan from a good friend who works at the GOA. I have a POF 7.62x39 gas piston AR that is the tits that I'm trying to get around to film. The last couple of matches I've been signed up for have been canceled. Haven't been able to film there. There's a match coming up this weekend, next weekend, that's probably going to get canceled. So it's been very difficult to go film, and the whole timeout thing. But I just want you guys to know, PWS, not POF. See? Freaking, you're a freaking idiot, okay? You're dumb. You need to get your shit together, okay? It's a PWS 7.62 gas piston AR-15. It's pretty dope. Anyway, so I've got this thing, I need to film it. I've got a couple other guns that I have to get filmed. Big time, right? I got that brand new 20-inch A2 mint condition freaking AR-15 Rock River. Oh, it's like bone stock. Minty as minty can get. Gotta film that too. Smash. Bro, what are you doing over here, dude? What are you doing? Where's Smash at? Dude's tipping me $20 freaking. Let me find your comment, bro. My bad. How did I miss this? I would like a Waffle Stomp t-shirt, please. Smash. For $20, you earned a Waffle Stomp t-shirt. I'll make you one myself tonight in the shower. I'll bring you the t-shirt. A real deal Waffle Stomp t-shirt. Stop giving me money, Smash. You're gonna freaking make me blush. Smash Time is an awesome YouTube channel. Has super dope live streams. You guys need to go check out Smash Time. He also is getting in trouble with YouTube. So, he knows the struggle. Thanks again, Smash, dude. You're a real G, dude. I can't film tomorrow. I've dedicated this whole weekend to working on lethal weapons. I have a whole task list of things I'm trying to knock out for the event. We're so close to the event that the next few weekends, like I can't go to the range as much as I freaking love it because I live at the range. I have to buckle down and make sure that lethal weapons is taken care of and everything's good to go. By the way, boom, if you guys want to go to lethal weapons and forget about all this YouTube bullshit, go pick up some tickets. Come out and shoot a competition with us and hang out with vendors and camp. And oh, bro, the campsite. We just booked a vendor that's going to do 2 humongous things at the campsite. We'll announce that soon, but I'm so freaking excited. Can't wait to do that. Smash, knock it off, dude. This is for Rachel's first drink, karaoke party. All right, Rachel, I owe you $20. Smash, you gotta knock this off, okay? You have a serious problem. I don't know if your wife pays attention to your spending habits, but you're gonna get in trouble, and I don't want to be the cause of that, all right? I love you, buddy. Thank you for that. I'll make sure Rachel gets it, but you gotta knock it off. You're gonna get in trouble. I want a shirt with AKs and a DeLorean. Really cool idea. Corey, that's a really cool idea. I can do you a Waffle Stomp shirt on the cheap, though. One of a kind. So, let me know if that works for you. The YouTube clampdown is happening because every town for gun safety has online petition demanding community standards enforcement. I'm not so sure that's what it is. Like I say, I'm sure that has a little bit to do with it, but the biggest reason is a global company wants to work with this YouTube Juggernaut wants to work with global companies that all want to pay it for ad space, that don't want their ads showing up on a certain kind of video, even though those videos are totally normal here. They're not normal in that country that's trying to pay YouTube for the ads, right? So it's a no-brainer for YouTube to just not allow these videos. It's easier for them to sell the ad space if there's less videos that are not ad-friendly. Ooh, that's good. Rachel, if you're listening, about time for a reload. Got a 1-to-1 drill coming up quick. Rachel, gonna need a reload soon. Clay will be announcing his OnlyFans soon. We have thought about opening an OnlyFans featuring Morty, fully naked, full nude pictures of our dog Morty. I'm talking feet stuff. I'm talking butt stuff. All the things to try to subsidize some of the money that we're hemorrhaging on YouTube. So yes, absolutely, that's a real thing.
Hey guys, we were working with.
So yeah, I want to show this on the screen one more time just to show you guys. If you've never read the community guidelines on YouTube, it's very easy to find. But basically, here it is. They give you this stupid video to watch. That's like, you might be wondering, what's okay? And it's like, if you want to show a video about a bump stock, do you think that's okay? And it like counts down and it's like, nope, that's not okay. Like it treats you like you're a freaking child and doesn't answer any questions. But if you really read all the boring stuff, and they make this look so boring, but this is what it is. The high capacity mags, the homemade suppressors, and they're really big on anything that makes a semi-auto similar to or fully converted to full auto. They're really big on that with this nomenclature, which like hardly anyone films. But it's just crazy that suppressors are okay to film. You can film a fully automatic gun. You can't really have it monetized, but you can film it and put it on YouTube. That's okay. It's the process of like getting to that point. It's the process of putting the suppressor on the gun. It's putting anything on the gun. And what was crazy to me is finding out even putting an optic on a gun is a no-no. As far as anyone knows right now, like that's the deal. Smash, you're freaking killing me, dude. Super Geo Killer. Can't wait for Lethal Weapons. My M16A2 is down, but... Oop, lost my train of thought. My M16A2 is down, but how do we force Smash Time to come and join the party? I don't know. The dude's freaking local. Smash. The F, bro. Why are you not coming to Lethal Weapons? You're throwing money around tonight like it means nothing to you, yet you won't come out to Lethal Weapons? What's the matter? You don't want to come camp with all of us plebeians? You too good for that? What? The AC, the climate control in the bathroom, it doesn't hold a nippy 65 degrees. It's not good enough for you. What's the problem? Honestly, I'll come tuck you in at night at the campsite. I'll make sure there's no mosquitoes. I'll make it a really Gucci experience for you. What's the holdup, bro? Super Geo Killer, thank you so much for that. And we will see you very soon. Very soon. Yeah, I know Smash. Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a good freaking guy. Oh my gosh, you guys. You need to knock it off. Midwest Savage. For the wedding. We are getting married. Buy a new toaster or something. Hope to make it to the bash this year. We will have an announcement about the bash soon. Very soon. But bro, stop. You need to relax with the money, all right? I know Rachel's not complaining. Rachel made me PayPal her money today. I'm not making that up. She comes in my room and she's like, going to town. I'm like, okay, cool. She's like, so, gonna need that card. And I grabbed my wallet like this and I'm like, what do you mean you might need me a card? And she's like, I gotta go buy wedding stuff. And I'm like, what wedding stuff? She's like, stuff. I'm like, well, how much do you need? She's like, you should surprise me. I'm like, is this what this world has come to now? Is this all I am? She uses me like a piece of meat and like an ATM. It's either like, it's for the meat or it's for the money. And that's what it feels like these days. So Midwest Savage, you are saving me from that. Thank you. Four words. Pay me my money. Yep. Let me get this boring shit off the screen. Freaking YouTube stuff, dude. Any questions about the current situation? You guys know we're on Rumble now. Feel free to go follow that. I'm going to try to put as many videos on there as possible. They're not the same quality that they were on YouTube. Like 4K videos, they're not going to be 4K. Even like 1080p videos, they're just the transfer, they're not going to be 1080. And that's just the way it's been so far. And I'll show you this with Rumble. Before, just save your questions for 1 second. Let me show you this. This is what I mean. If I want to add a video on Rumble, right? Let's just go to the main page. You click on this little button up here in the corner. And this is what you can upload or you can go live, right? So I'm going to upload a video. Here's what makes this agonizing. If I want to upload 100 videos on YouTube, I can literally upload them like all at once, quickly, and have them all slowly loading. You don't necessarily need to do it one at a time. Like I've had like 5 videos uploading to YouTube all at once, just like copy, upload, do the thing. So I've got like 150 videos that I want to move to Rumble, right? This is the process. It's one at a time, one by freaking one. And I'll show you. So we'll do this here. I got a Rumble test vid right here. Spiker video, right? Open. We're loading. There might be like a glitch in the matrix because I'm uploading while I'm going live right now, but just want to show you guys what the process looks like. Okay, there you go. Let's pick a thumbnail. Bam, got a thumbnail. It's public, title, description, upload. Click the button. And there's all this stuff I don't really fully understand yet. I know you have to click OK to these two every time and like agree to their terms every single time that you upload a video. Additional video information, that's optional, like where was it recorded, all that. And then these tabs I don't really understand yet. Like video management exclusive to YouTube, non-exclusive similar to YouTube, personal use. Don't really know what that is yet. Accept the terms, submitting, and your video's uploaded. You have to do that one by one every time, right? And then I have to go upload my thumbnail, all that stuff to carry everything from YouTube. So that's why the process has been so slow. I've got like 150 videos that I want to take the time to move over. It took like 2 days just to rip all that from YouTube, a long time, and to organize it. Now you have to go one by one again, upload it, title it, give it a description, give it a thumbnail, one by freaking one. If they just had like the feature like YouTube had where I could upload everything all at once, where I could like walk away from my computer and just let it upload for hours and come back and see eventually all the videos would be like there in the queue. Then I could go modify them with titles and everything else. Man, that would make life so much easier. But I haven't had a whole lot of motivation to go through this one by one all day long yet, but we're getting there. But so that's that. That's what that looks like. Corey, two-way is not going away. Yes, sir. Thank you for the tip, but you need to quit doing that. It is so not needed. You guys are way too nice. Okay, I'm missing a comment here. Let me see. Smash, what you talking about, Smash? Okay, so I tried this. And Smash, maybe you could tell me if I'm doing something wrong. So let me pull it up here. I think you go to account overview, and then you go down to link channel, I believe. YouTube sync. All right. Okay, so I did this. Tell me if I'm doing this right. You come down to this button here, YouTube sync. I've done all that. I've synced it with my YouTube, right? And then there's this button that says manage videos. It's been saying this for days, where like all these videos are pending, if you can see that. I don't know what that means, but it's been like that for a little while. So, and I know it says up here that this could take up to like days and days and weeks. Maybe these videos will eventually go live. Is that the case? Because I think I'm missing something here. Takes about 5 to 9 days. Okay. Well, it hasn't been quite that long yet, so we shall see, sir. Someone asked a question about a gun that I recently just played with at SHOT Show. Where did that comment go? He was asking about the Foxtrot mic stuff, FM Products. We hung out with Paul at FM Products at SHOT Show. He's supposed to send us one of their little shorty Rock and Lock 5.56 guns. It's gold. I thought they're kind of cool, especially for what they're charging for them. They're very, very cheap. So I wanted to at least film one and put it on the channel. So yeah, I think it's kind of a neat thing. I think the 7.62x3.9 is going to be the neatest of them all. And he said he might even do a very small run of 5.45 that takes 74 mags. That'll be pretty cool. Babushka Kid, in the words of The Rock. Shut up, B. All right, well, we're gonna keep trying. Clay, do you host classes? I'm interested in learning how to shoot decently. People have been asking me that for years, man, and it's kind of a touchy subject. Number one, to me, for me to say I'm gonna like charge money, or even if I didn't charge, for me to say, hey, I'm gonna host a class, teach you how to shoot an AK, I don't think I'm the best AK shooter in the world, so I find that to be a little egotistical on my part. Number two, that whole world of classes, like defensive training, all that stuff, you know, it's kind of a world of guys that have been there and done that have like LEO or military accolades, and they can kind of lean on that so that you can take their word for what they're telling you. I don't have any of that. So I feel like people would be like, who does this guy freaking think he is? He's going to teach a class and he's just some dude that hasn't done any of that stuff. That's why I want to avoid all that. I'm just not interested in that happening. But anytime I'm at the range and there's people out there having a hard time with their AK, typically they'll start shooting with us and we start running drills and they're like, wow, I was doing a lot of stuff wrong. And they go home and they work on it. Smash has been there when that happens. I know there's people here in the comments, Jerry K. There's a lot of guys here that have shotguns with myself, some people I shoot with Rachel. We always end up usually making a few friends at the range because we're always out there like drilling, running courses of fire. People see that and they're like, that's way more fun than what I'm doing, just shooting this piece of steel, not really knowing what to do. And they usually end up like feeding into what we're doing, and we'll have timers and everything else because a lot of people will go to the range and they don't really know what they're going to do that day. They pack up some guns, they pack up some ammo. Maybe they don't have gear, they're just stuffing mags in their pockets or whatever. They go to the range and, you know, they kind of like stand and shoot at a target, and that's just what they do. They don't really even know how to train. They don't really know anything about drills or anything, and there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of people don't even know where to start when they go to the range. They don't know what a VTAC barricade is. They don't even know what they don't know. So typically when we are there, I like to find a spot at the range where I have access to a VTAC, a couple pieces of steel, whatever. I've always got a shot timer with me. If I'm not filming something, I'm not just standing there in one place and shooting. I'm figuring out how can I set up a small course of fire that I can run over and over and over again, that I can time it and try to get better and better and better, and then change the course of fire and do it all over again. That's typically what I do at the range. People see that, and people always end up coming over to join. And I am more than happy to let them join. I don't like shooting by myself. I prefer to shoot with other people. Like, I want to shoot a course of fire. I want them to shoot that same course of fire. And if they're better than me, then I'm like, all right, that's what I do from now on. That was way faster. Maybe they see something I was doing and they're like, damn, I never even thought about shooting like that. And then they do it and they see that timer is 10 seconds faster than their last time. And they're like, that was clearly better. I'm learning. So we do that a lot. Hosting a class, though, not sure I want that smoke right now. Yeah, you just gotta yell faster, faster while the students try to reload. Easy money. I know, dude. Yeah. I know. Let's see here. All right, we got about 5 more minutes, and I know Rachel's going to kick me off of here. So keep those questions coming. I think hopefully I've done a good enough job letting you know where I'm at right now. I got a video going live tomorrow morning at 9, breaking down this situation a little more. Feel free to watch it. If you sat through this live stream, you're just going to hear a bunch of stuff you've already heard. Have you shot a Valmet 308? Nope. I've shot a Valmet 7.62 and a 5.56, never a 308. Are airsoft vids affected by this? I want to say yes, they are. I believe they are. I know paintball videos were affected. I can't imagine airsoft is not. But hard to say. I'm probably not the best person to ask. Do you think this is related to the brace bullshit going on? Man, I'm not a big believer in coincidences, but I don't know. Like I say, all of this has happened within, the first few weeks of this new year. It's hard to think it's not all connected, that there's just this big push right now, this big anti-gun push. But I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I bring up airsoft because maybe you can say that you're an airsoft channel. Yeah, but all it takes is one guy reviewing your videos and sees that you're like lying about it. I don't know. I don't know if you get in trouble if you lie about it. I don't know. I'm like figuring this out as I go, honestly. This is a bad idea. Don't do this. Neon orange muzzle brake, boys. Don't do that. That's very bad advice. I think YouTube is just a dead platform anyway. I would have to disagree with that. It's like I said earlier, YouTube is not a bad... If you just look at it for what it is, it works really well. The platform works really, really well if you're allowed to be on it. I don't think it's dead. I just think it's just going through a really big change right now. Will that change stick? I don't know. This might just be like some big purge, like some big flex, and 6 months from now, maybe people will stop getting strikes. I did hear that YouTube is working on this this software that will be embedded into YouTube that you can use. Like, say I upload a video and I want to use this software. The software will basically review my video and give me timestamps of where I filmed something I'm not allowed to film, which would be a huge benefit, because when you do get in trouble with the video, they don't tell you anything. They don't tell you anything. You're damn sure not getting a timestamp in the video, but they don't even like hint at what part of the rules you got into at all. So to know that maybe there's going to be this software you can use that gives you timestamps would be nice before the video ever goes public and you ever run the risk of getting in trouble. That would be nice. But right now it's like in beta phase, and who knows if it'll ever be available. Ooh, I didn't know this. Good news. Winchester's making white box 7.62x3.9. So cheaper American ammo, hopefully. I didn't know that. I miss my Winchester white box 9mm that used to be at Walmart all the time. Paint your AK to look like a nerd gun. Is that a nerd thing to do? I've never painted a gun myself. I know a lot of people do it. I've never done it. And I feel like I've never done it because my guns never stay the same. I'm always swapping out furniture or whatever. I feel like if I were to rattle can something, I would be like, I can never change anything. Because that's the whole point of rattle canning it. It's supposed to all be exactly the same. And I change stuff too much. This whole shelf is spare parts. There's probably 50 muzzle devices on that shelf. Handfuls of optics, optic mounts, handguards, pistol grips, cheek risers, a ton of stuff. Because I'm always switching for videos, for matches, just always switching stuff up. If I start rattle canning stuff, I would know I would regret it a month later. Oh, I know Rachel wants me off of here. I did want to take a few minutes. This reminds me. So we did go to SHOT Show. As a pure AK guy, there was like nothing exciting at SHOT Show. The only thing anyone was talking about was the Midwest Industries stuff. It's like their version of Zenit Co., right? And honestly, I don't think it looks that bad. I think it's kind of cool. But that's really the only thing AK related that anyone was getting excited about. KUSA was doing KUSA things, so it was a ghost town. PSA, they're making like every AK variant that they possibly can, so they had a ton of stuff on the walls. They're making their own version of Zenit Co. But the hotness was nothing AK related. The hotness was, in my opinion, the coolest shit I saw. I saw two things I thought were awesome. The DSA booth, the fact that they're making Rhodesian FALs, and they're going as far as to cut a hole out of the mag well, just like they were doing with the Rhodesian AKs to sanitize them. Instead of scrubbing the manufacturing logo, they would just like cut a hole out of the side of the gun. He's doing that, and they're getting baby poop Cerakote. I thought that was awesome. But the coolest thing, I don't know if you guys knew this, but PSA has been buying up companies left and right. They've bought DPMS, which is why you're seeing like DPMS AKs. But they also bought H&R. So H&R, those are the guys that were behind Nodak Spud, okay? The AK receiver guys. These were the guys making retro AR upper and lower receivers for years. They own H&R now. H&R had on display a 20-inch A1, which looked perfect. And the thing's going to be like $1,200. They had, I think it was a C7. It had the A1 carry handle with the shell deflector. I believe that's C7. M4 A1 with the carbine gas. And they're even making a freaking Colt 635 9mm clone. Like, I literally have an SBR of a Colt 635, and they're making a clone, and it looks really close. There's just a couple differences. But I remember looking at this rack going, holy crap. This is like all the stuff that I want that you can't even find right now, and they're about to start making all of it. And the fact that H&R is behind it, that is a really good company. These were the guys behind Nodak Spud. That was the most exciting thing that I saw at SHOT Show, knowing that carry handles are about to be back, and they're going to be cheap, well-made, and cheap. DPMS is going to start selling A2 carry handles again, which is awesome. Those are all going to be H&R stuff. They're just going to be branded as DPMS. But the fact that in a month's time you'll be able to buy an H&R quality A1 20-inch carry handle with the triangle clamshell handguards and the A1 stock and everything for like below $1,500 brand new. They're even going to have some of them are going to have like Colt Gray Cerakote, which looks really close. Dude, that was the most exciting thing. I'm like going through a crazy carry handle phase right now, and that was the most exciting thing that I saw at SHOT Show. In fact, I'll show you here. I won't share the audio, but I did want to show you.
Hey guys, we were working with Google.
The guy that runs H&R, his name is Mike Wetland. Yeah, Mike Wetland. So check this out. Oop. Sorry, stand by. If I could type, this would be up on the screen right now, but I cannot. All right. There's a name for it.
Old school marksmanship.
We call it the chicken wing. I don't want to get any feelings, but this is Mike Wetland, the guy that was behind Nodak Spud, the guy that owns H&R, and you can see here if you look, well, he gave us a chicken wing, which was super cool of him, but if you look, freaking 20-inch A1, Colt 635 clone, and the carbine length M16, actually, okay, so it's not a C7, there's no shell deflector, so it's totally A1, but that is freaking dope. Most exciting thing I saw at SHOT Show, and the price was like, for what people are paying now for carry handles, because they just can't find them and they're overpaying. There's going to be a lot of butthurt when these things go on sale, and people could have just like waited for their carry handle fix. But oh yeah, and we dressed. It's a retro event, right? So I actually went shopping at a Goodwill. I found a shirt from the 90s that it's a Point Break shirt. It says Utah, give me two. It's freaking dope. I've got my camo jacket from the 80s, belonged to my grandpa. I've got my I Heart AK floppy dad hat on, some super crispy New Balances, not a drop of grass stains on them, tube socks, the high water Stonewash shorts, and the braided belt. Dude, Rachel was gushing real good on this one. Like, this is a flex right here, dude. Yeah, so we got dressed up for it, but that was the most exciting thing to me at SHOT Show. Put a fork in it. KUSA booth was boring as hell. Didn't even go by there for obvious reasons, but it seems like KUSA was the hotness SHOT Show last year, and then nothing came out that they promised us. Only thing that came out was a bunch of weird marketing decisions, and that was about it. So nobody spent any time at their booth, and that's fine with me. All right, guys. Well, listen, I would love to stay on here for a full 2 hours. There's still like 200 of you watching. I promised Rachel that I would karaoke with her tonight. And the one thing you don't do, guys, is break promises with your lady. You gotta play nice. Otherwise, they'll stop touching your pee-pee. So you gotta play nice with them. All right, listen. My final thoughts here. Go to Lethal Weapons. Go to Clash Bash. Go to these events. They can't cancel that stuff. No one's going to be at the gate putting their hand on your chest saying, this is bad, you can't come watch this. No. They're only going to do that to you on YouTube. Go to these events, dude. And Events like Lethal Weapons, I'm just going to have this on the screen here. We are working so hard on this stuff so that you guys will enjoy it. Day in, day out, booking more vendors. Over 500 of you have already bought tickets. The match is this close to selling out. If you are thinking about shooting the match, stop thinking about it and get a ticket and come out. The tickets are about to be gone. If you like retro guns and you like competing, if you don't like competing, there's also general admission. If you want to camp, all this stuff, it's at such an affordable rate. You get to hang out with us. You don't have to go to a hotel. You're around us. You're around us, okay? Not your friends. Like, we are all the same. We are all together for 3 days, and we don't have to leave. We can all stay here for 3 days. We can eat, sleep, and drink and do anything we want and shoot guns for 3 days. Nobody's canceling that shit. Nobody's censoring that shit. Just come out and have a good time with us, and you absolutely will not regret it. It's coming up in March. We're like a month and a half away, so come on out to that. Other thoughts, no matter what happens on YouTube, to me or anyone else that makes this gun stuff, you know, you can find us somewhere, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, or one of these other things. Even if the internet says guns bad, we'll still be able to find each other and enjoy this hobby no matter what. It's going to be very difficult. It's going to be difficult for people that don't know anything about guns, that are curious about it, to find good information other than rhetoric from news channels that don't want them to like guns. They won't hear it from us as easy as they used to back in the day. But as long as we're all vigilant and we are good gun owners, and we are good mouthpieces for the hobby, anyone we interact with, treat them with respect. I don't care if they ask you the dumbest questions you've ever heard. If they're boomers, if they're young and they don't know anything about guns, don't make them feel stupid. Just help them out. Tell them what they want to know. Help them get into guns, and just be that guy or that girl. Don't, just be as welcoming as you possibly can be. That's all I can say about that. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. We will absolutely go live again soon. We'll bring Tony back on this next one. Hopefully we'll go live with Misha Co again. Go watch that last live stream with Misha. It was the funnest time I've ever had going live, but this is a close second. And with that, I love you. Bye. Peace. I'll see you in March.